Gemini, there's a very important partnership coming up in your life or currently in your life. This could be in love, in work, in friendship. This partnership is a vehicle for you. It's a vehicle of freedom. But in order to move forward and feel freer in this partnership or because of this partnership, there needs to be trust. And I got that there has been erosion of trust. Maybe not in this partnership, maybe in another partnership, but there's something that's coming through around the need to trust. Okay, so I feel like this partner, whoever this is, and again, for some of you, this has yet to come in, is one in which you are actually opposites. Okay, so you may not agree on everything. You might have differences of perspective, but it's actually bringing these two differences together that creates a unification. Now, I could be speaking about another aspect of yourself that you're about to discover, or that maybe you've been having an internal battle with, so always keep that in mind. Or it could be someone in the external world. So on the lunar eclipse, and we've just had the solar eclipse, but on the lunar eclipse, full moon, I made up little bags for each sign. I put charms in here and tarot cards, and I didn't look at what was put in here, and then I put it under the full moon to charge it. So we're going to open this bag and see what's in here. And I also put a rune with each sign, and the rune that came through for you was Iwaz. And this literally symbolizes a horse. So it's about movement, change, freedom, but also partnership. Okay, the horse is the vehicle that gets you through the portal into a new reality. But in order to ride this horse through the portal, you have to become one with it. There has to be a certain kind of trust developed between you and your vehicle, you and this horse. So I feel like the horse itself symbolizes the union between you and whoever we're talking about. This job, this person, these people, whatever, right? I'm hearing a talent for some of you. You're going to have a unification with a certain talent. Okay, you're going to discover you're very talented at something, but you need to trust. And when I was looking at this rune, I noticed it's much different than the other ones that came in this set. The other ones are kind of sparkly, a little bit cheesy, and they're very vibrant and blue. But this one has this kind of discoloration here, and it's a little bit dull. And it kind of, reminds me of opposites, or like there's something eroding a certain level of trust. So most of us have been betrayed at some level in our life, throughout our life, whether that's by our parents, our authority figures in our life, teachers, friends, lovers, society at large, whoever. Okay, ourselves. We've gone through betrayal, some more than others. And that will create distrust. And it will also create lessons that hopefully we learn when we should not trust someone and when we should. So I feel like this is something that you're working on right now, is this key piece in your soul that pertains to trust, because you need a certain amount of trust to build that union, to build that partnership, to have that vehicle to take you through a portal into this new reality. And I did write down in my meditation, vehicle between realities. So it feels like this is a little bit out there, a little bit metaphysical, but it feels like you may be able to travel between realities. Okay, like life doesn't have to be so linear. You could, take on something new while still maintaining the old. Okay, so I also wrote down, you're not easy to tame. And I don't think this partner or this other force, this other energy I'm picking up is easy to tame either. And that's why when the two of you come together, it's going to be a little bit of a miracle, kind of miraculous that you were able to work together because of both of your wild natures. Okay, it's a real powerhouse of a union, whatever this is. Could even be with, it could be anybody. Okay, so let's see what's in your bag, and then we'll get the cards out. Well, hopefully whoever it is on your mind now and you have an indication. If not, maybe it will get clearer as the cards come out. So let's see the cards that we got for you. We have Iron. Work with your fortitude. Iron. Iron will. Work with your fortitude. Work with your strength. And this reminds me of, since we're working with runes and everything, this reminds me of Tyr in Norse mythology, where with his hand, you may want to look at that mythology, with his hand in this wolf's mouth. So there's a certain kind of fearlessness that I'm picking up here with your energies. Something about Mars on your chakra too. I'm seeing that here. So Mars is again willpower. Iron will. Okay, let's see what else we get. Attention. Competition. Are you competitive, Gemini? I feel like the Geminis I've met are competitive. Now, everything has light and shadow. So competitiveness can definitely go into the shadow and be felt as negative. But healthy competition can propel us forward and can be fun at times, right? We all liked playing games when we were children that had competition in it. Could also help us refine our skills, right? When we have that competitiveness. As long as it doesn't go into this egomaniac territory when we want to be better than someone because that proves that we're more worthy of being alive or being whatever. So I feel like Spirit is saying here that this alliance you're going to have, this partnership over here that I'm sensing, there may be an initial feeling of competitiveness. Okay, but imagine the two of you coming together and having that force, what you could take on together. Okay, Ace of Wands. Wow, beautiful. Potential. Spirit. This is reminding me of a horse. I don't know why. Oh, and then I chose this mug before I even saw your Rune for my coffee. And here we have Pegasus, a kind of mythical horse. A horse with wings, all about freedom. And I feel like this is the evolution of your energy. Like this is where you're meant to go, to this kind of unthinkable. I'm hearing powerhouse. It's like unstoppable. You're going to be unstoppable. And then we also have a mirror charm. This person, whoever I'm picking up on, is going to reflect back to you some things that are important for you to see, positive qualities, but they also might kind of challenge you in some way. Now, remember, this, again, I just feel like the need to emphasize this. This could be like a work situation, like a job title even, okay? So you really have to use your discernment and take this however it resonates, or don't at all if it doesn't. We have this dress on a hanger. We have tiger's eye. We have the word make and a cornucopia, make abundance. Now, this is also reminding me of Mandela effects, with Fruit of the Loom. I don't know if you've heard that whole one, but that's what came to mind here. And I did write something about vehicle between realities. So you could see some weird things, or maybe memories are beginning to shift, or perhaps this is talking about the difference. One of you remembers something one way, the other remembers it another way. And it's like it's not about who's right or wrong, but it's if you bring those together, you'll be able to discover something new. Okay, you'll be unstoppable. I don't know what this is. Maybe orange calcite, not sure. It's kind of cool looking though, huh? Okay, what else do we have here? These like fiery colors too. This person could be a fire sign. Maybe they have Leo in their chart. We have an octopus. Could have Scorpio too. The letter E, the letter C, the letter A. Another dress on a hanger. Wow. I didn't even know there were two of these in here. Like in the bigger bag of charms. Wow. Okay, so yeah, you are alike in many ways too. And then we have the letter J. Anything else in here? No, that's it. Okay, so let me pull out some more cards and see where we're going with this. This is a very different reading. This person's coming through in a very positive way. But it seems like the trust kind of factor is something that you're grappling with, or that you may need to grapple with. Okay, so Spirit, give me one of these cards. What do I need to see from here for Gemini? Some of you, this could even be like a partner in a business, or you're coming together with another person to create something, the unseen, to create something unseen. Yeah, there's something magical here, mythical almost, where it's like, being able to trust in something that may not fully agree with you allows you to tap into a new reality to get you to see things you haven't been able to see. And maybe that others can't see either. Now, just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean you're not aligned with them energetically. Okay, this is there's nuances. It's not everything so obvious. Okay, some things take time to figure out. This reminds me of like having a friendship with someone and you have different views, but you still love each other very much. It's that kind of feeling. And I'm telling you, when these differences come together, this is where magic is. You know, if we all just kind of agree with each other and follow along, we're all walking in each other's footsteps on the same path, nothing new ever gets created. So when differences come together, that's when new timelines come into being. Okay, so the unseen with the mirror. Yeah, you're going to see parts of yourself that you need to see, that you haven't seen yet. And this is feeling real good, Gemini. Real good. It's kind of a breath of fresh air. Not easy to tame. Okay. So let's see. What else do we need to say to Gemini here? Spirit. What else is pertinent? Flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. It's very Iwas. Okay, what else? Seek guidance in this. It's time for a different perspective. That's exactly what I'm feeling. It's time for a different perspective. Now, it's not just you who needs it. It's whoever this is too. They're going to learn from you as well. But the key here is not to try to enforce or impose your perspective. It's rather to kind of weave your two perspectives together, which doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they say. Okay, that's not the point. The point is to flow into a new energy field. Flow with the rhythm. There's a certain kind of momentum that starts picking up. Now, if you're doing something creatively, or you're a writer, or you're trying to come up with a business plan, or you're trying to hack like your lifestyle and be more productive, or I don't know, you got some goal here, then go outside of what you think you should read, or you think you should learn, or you think you should listen to, and explore something that seems, it doesn't have to be opposite to what you would usually explore, but just like vastly different. You know, I got this download the other day. I don't know if somebody was asking, but sometimes I get people to ask like what books I'm reading. Oh, that's interesting. I'm reading a shirt. I'm wearing a shirt that says books today. But I get questions about what books that I've been reading with spirituality. And I got this download, this wisdom from within and from my experience, that the best spiritual occulted knowledge is not in spiritual occult books. It's actually in other kinds of books, fables, stories, fiction, other kinds of subjects on things that you wouldn't think are related to spirituality. That's where the wisdom is, because it combines with what you already know. You bring something different in conversation with something you know, and together it comes together to create the real hidden knowledge. You can't really find hidden knowledge in a book. I mean, that's kind of oxymoronic to even think that, right? It has to come from within you and something maybe outside. Okay, so I don't know. This is very academic-y, Gemini. What's going on? Well, we all know you're a smart cookie. Get lost, fall deep in the realm of imagination. Something that sparks your imagination. Okay? Yes. So, let's find out your energy, and then we'll find the energy out of this other person or this other force. Tell me Gemini's overall energy, please. The guide, inheritance and correction. Well, there might be some way you're thinking, some perspective you have, some theory on something that is almost there, but just needs a little bit of a tweak. It feels like you're onto something very important. And whoever this is, it's like they help you tweak your perspective. Not by imposing theirs or teaching you something they know, but by getting you to understand your own perspective deeper. Right? There's something here you're refining. I'm also getting with this card that you're here to guide. You're here to guide. Like in a big way. See these keys and this bell here. You're here to correct something that needs correcting. Okay? But you still have to learn something here, of course. So let's find out about this other force. Who is this? What is this? That's so important. This union. The aspirant, ambition, diligence, and setbacks. And then we also have the twins, self-protection and dual natures, which of course is you, Gemini, the twins, but that's how it's feeling. It's like you're twins, but it doesn't, initially it might not feel that way because you have different ways of doing things. Dual nature. Okay, cool. I like it. This person or this energy is very ambitious, diligent, and doesn't deal well with setbacks. I feel like this is also an aspect of you too. I feel like this is very much your energy as well. And maybe this is what this person is getting you to see about yourself. How do you handle setbacks? When things are seemingly not going your way as you think they should, or you experience a real obstacle in the road. Oh yeah, I also got this download the other day. Last week, I was in the forest and it was something about obstacles in the road and needing to work with them. Yes, that was it. It was, and I think I'm going to do a collective reading on this. It was the tools to work through something are often found in the obstacle itself. Something you may feel you need to get rid of or go around or ignore or go down a different path. It's like if you work with the obstacle itself, the solution is already in there. The answer is already in the obstacle. You just have to reframe it, okay? So yeah, that's interesting. And I feel like it's the same here. Like if you're having a difficult time with someone in your life and you know you want to work it out with them, you know that, you love them, you care about them, you want to work it out. The answer or the solution is in the actual issue itself. It's not like you should just get rid of this thing that's become an issue. It's like in there. I hope that makes sense. I can't really get more specific without knowing the issue. Okay, so let's go in more. Spirit for Gemini. Let's see. Got a lot going on here. Let's see the energy supporting Gemini. The energy supporting Gemini. Wild and free. You cannot be tamed. Four of Needles. Respite, which is about rest. Four of Swords. It's the energy supporting you. Interesting. because Iwa is the rune we got for you, is about movement and change. But the energy supporting you is rest, introspection, recuperation. Okay, let's see what's challenging you. Well, two things can be true at the same time. You can, and that's kind of also the whole message here in this reading. You can be moving forward and changing while also introspecting and finding a calmer place in your mind. Some of you have been like in this inertia, like it's been like, oh, I'm moving forward, I'm moving backward, or I can't like really get this thing off the ground. I can't like break through this issue I'm having with this person. And now the movement, the change itself is going to be the respite from that, the relief. So let's see the challenge. The challenge. No challenges for Gemini? Spirit? We'll do 3 more. Any challenges here? Maybe not. I feel just guided to shuffle till something falls out rather than to pull it. Oh, there it is. Master of Skill, the Magician, which is also, I associate this as one of your cards. The challenge, the Magician, resourceful, concentration. So manifestation, I'm seeing this big, beautiful spider here. Oh, which so many things are coming through in your reading. Which reminds me of something else that happened to me in the woods. There was a tree that was kind of bent over, really looking like a doorway, it was all gnarled and twisted. It was really cool. I took a picture of it. Maybe I'll post it in the post tab on YouTube. And I saw it as a portal right away. And it was off the path that I was walking in. It was like in the forest. So I was like, I rarely go off the path because it's a conservation area and all that. But I was like, I really want to go through this portal. So I went to go through the portal, but I approached it slowly because it felt significant. And it's a good thing I did, because right in between the two parts of the, on either side of this portal, a spider had built a huge web. And it was like the tiniest little spider, but it was there. And it was the weaver of the worlds, right? It was the gatekeeper of this portal. And I stopped and I said, this portal's not for me. This doorway is not for me. And there was a message there for me about some portals are for you and some portals aren't for you. And perhaps this is coming through for you because there is an unseen portal for you, but you may be looking at a different one. And maybe the one you're looking at isn't really for you right now. Or there's some kind of gatekeeper, this spider, at this portal, and you need to become one with the spider, with the gatekeeper, before you can go through. Whoa. Gemini, your brain is moving quickly today, I feel. Let's see. Let's get into the tarot and see what's going on. So, in more simple terms, okay, not that you need them, but you may be having a difficult time feeling like you can control the outcome of a situation, or that you can pull the things towards you that you need. I'm hearing a good cup of tea will do. Okay, maybe some of you should have a tea. I'm all up on the coffee today, though. Doing justice to my shirt. Okay. But that makes sense too. If the Magician is your challenge and Four of Swords is your supportive energy, then the more that, I should say it this way, the less you push and push and push for something to happen that's not happening, the easier it actually becomes. So don't push as hard. Yeah, it's that obstacle thing, right? Don't push against the obstacle. Don't try to break the obstacle apart. Look at how it could actually help you. reframe it in your mind, transmute its significance, turn it from an obstacle into a potential. There's something that might feel like a setback that is actually not at all. Wait, one more. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So we have the Page of Swords in reverse for your overall energy. I'm feeling like there's maybe something you're a little stubborn about. You have a very strong viewpoint here, and maybe for good reason. You've seen something, you've learned something. There's maybe an emotional resonance with a certain kind of belief that you hold. And it's not that it's wrong, but there's also something you're not seeing, the unseen. Page of Swords in reverse, right? The unseen. So let's see if we can get more specific, Spirit. What is this that Gemini can't see? And I got the Seven of Pentacles in the World, but just as I was shuffling that, I wanted to pull these cards instead. It's something that's been in front of you for a while. Let's see. What is this that Gemini can't see, Spirit? We have the Two of Buttons, Two of Pentacles, and it's on this, in this deck, it says spinning plates, overwhelmed, overcommitted. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. It's like you're overcommitted to a certain idea. You've really convinced yourself that like this means this. This is the way it is. And that conviction is important. And sometimes Geminis, kind of, well, I don't know. That's not quite fair. It's not that you lack conviction. It's that you allow yourself to change your mind. You're a free sign. You're a mutable sign. You allow yourself to change your mind. But there's something here where you're not allowing yourself to change your mind. And Spirit's saying, you do need to figure something else out here. Well, what is it? The spinning plates. Overcommitted to what? What is Gemini overcommitted to, Spirit? What is this overcommitment? Judgment, which is your outcome. Awakening, epiphany, calling. So something has made sense to you. You've had an epiphany about something. And it's not that you're wrong, but there's something a little bit more that you need to discover here that you could be overlooking. I also feel like you could be on a certain track, like you're on a job track, you have this vision of how things are going to go between you and whoever, there's a certain kind of track. And it's not that that track's not going to happen or it's wrong, but there could be little adjustments that are better for you on this track that you need to remain flexible to. This is the weirdest kind of energy for a Gemini. It's like me telling you to be a little bit more flexible. Yeah, and I feel like taking a firm stance could feel very invigorating for you because you're often so flexible. So when you take a firm stance, you could feel like suddenly very grounded and like, I don't have to go back and forth about something. But that's your nature. That's who you are. It's kind of your superpower. Ace of Wands is to always be inspired and re-inspired, to always be attending to new ideas. Okay, so let's see. The Sun for what you don't see coming. I don't know why this music has decided to stop. Curious. It stopped on the track called Into the Forest I Go. Maybe there's some fear of going into unknown places. You know, it goes quiet. You don't know what to think and feel. Okay, the sun for what you don't see coming. Illumination. This is beautiful. And I'm seeing two people here. See that? The opposites uniting. Illumination for what you don't see coming. Growth. Health. So let's find out more about this sun. What's growing? Ooh, the devil in reverse and the universe in reverse. It says decadence and detachment. Detachment from decadence, okay? Stagnation, regress. Yeah, so you're detaching from like a stagnant energy. Temptation, freedom, release, self-control. Wow. So there has been something kind of keeping you stuck. Like I'm seeing a chain. Yeah. Flow with the rhythm. Seek guidance in this. It's time for a different perspective. Wow, well, you're having it. So I want to tell you, Gemini, whatever you feel has been stuck and keeping you imprisoned, whether that's emotionally, psychically, energetically, financially, like physically, you know, in terms of where you're living or moving, whatever you feel stagnated in, you're detaching from that. And it comes by becoming one with this vehicle, with this person, with this other energy, or maybe it's just another thought form that you refused to entertain before. By uniting with this, you begin to flow into a new rhythm of growth and opportunity. So there's something here, I'm hearing you can feel the slip. Okay, so something you've held on to, but maybe every now and then you start to slip in your like dedication to it or your commitment to whatever this thought, emotion, whatever it is. It's like you feel like you slip into like, well, maybe I shouldn't feel that way. Maybe that's wrong. And then you like put yourself back and no, I can't go there. But Spirit's like saying rest. It's not let yourself slip into places you don't want to go, but know that you're safe enough that you don't always have to be holding on, attaching yourself so strongly to some kind of value or emotion or person or situation. I hope this makes sense for you. It's really positive because I feel like the trust is going to build with something or someone and then in turn yourself. Your opportunity is the hangman. Different perspective. I mean, it's clear. So clear. Rest, patience, different perspective, and then movement. So let's see. Someone may have convinced you that something was a certain way. Ask yourself, again, it's not that I'm saying you're wrong, but ask yourself, in whatever this viewpoint is, or whatever I've dedicated myself to, like this one way of thinking, this like this is right, that's wrong, you know, this is that, you know, this black and white kind of thinking, whatever it is, how does that thought make me feel safe? How does that belief, that whatever, how does that make me feel safe? Because there's something here that's what you're holding on to, is the sense of like safety. As long as I stick to my guns on this, I'm safe. And this is blocking like some other energy from coming in and helping you grow even more in your life. And maybe your thought or belief just needs, again, a little bit of tweaking. It's not that it's totally wrong. But there's some devil energy that you're getting rid of, but that was here prior, that was just like, don't entertain outside perspectives. It's this way or the highway. That's the, you know, and that's not good for you. That's keeping you out of a certain portal of growth, okay? The hangman for the hangman. Alrighty. The Spirit's really emphasizing this, okay, is your opportunity, the perspective. Letting go. Pause. Sacrifice. Okay, so that's it too. If you let go of this thought, and I really wish I knew what it was for each and every one of you, what this thought is, what this belief is, you know, because then I could maybe speak more specifically, but because it's general, whatever it is for you, if you let go of it, or you let it slip, or you let some other idea come in and you entertain it, what are you sacrificing by doing that? I feel like that's another question you could ask to help you see something from a different perspective. You know, it's really going to help. Okay. I do want more here. Can you tell me, Spirit, like, what's the big block here? The puppeteer, explanations and apologies. Well, you could feel like suddenly you're wrong and maybe you need to apologize to someone, or maybe there's a fear that somebody's been controlling you and these thoughts or these beliefs haven't really been your own. But it's a fear that you have to face that, you know, like I asked, like, what's the big block? Why aren't you able to see something from another perspective? And it's because that would get you to question, well, how have I come to be so deeply entrenched in this belief? And maybe you'll see some things you don't want to see. You know, we're all conditioned in one way or another, programmed by society. So there could be something there that you're going to have to face. Or you could feel like you need to now apologize. But if that doesn't resonate with you, just freak out in the comments. Okay. So, Page of Wands for the challenge. This is like my messenger card. So this is kind of just like saying your message, getting your message out there, or delivering a message, or going forward with passion. But it's a page. So it's the beginning of a journey, or there's a lack of, like, you know, development here. And that's the challenge. You may feel like you need to take a stand on something or say something, but Spirit's saying, hold on a second. More info is coming to help you. Inner journey, 8 of Cups, walking away. Yeah, then there could be, I'm hearing boisterous. There could be someone around you who's quite boisterous or who's very opinionated. Okay? And you may need to, like, separate yourself from this. Could be a group of people even, a certain dogma, I don't know. But separating yourself from that energy could help you see something you're not seeing. Okay? Again, that whole guidance about, like, listening to things and reading things that are, like, seem to be far removed from what you're actually interested in or thinking about could help you. The thing that seems directly applicable might not be where you find the answer. Okay, your advice is the King of Cups. So let's find out what he's saying here. What's the King of Cups saying to you? I heard, I am here. The King of Cups is saying, I am here. 10 of Cups, family, bliss. I am here. Well-being. Oh, this is the other energy you're uniting with. They're saying, even if we have differences, even if you challenge me and I challenge you, even if we have competition from time to time, I am here. I am here with you. There's a mutual investment here between you and whoever this is to find harmony while maintaining differences. Okay? It's possible. I'm hearing you don't need to be frickin' frack. All right? Yeah. Okay, so there's a very strong possibility to work something out here. So, how this is going to culminate and what the outcome is in the next 3 weeks. 3 weeks? Wow, I used to say 3 months. It's getting shorter now. 3 weeks is judgment. This is an awakening. Okay, this is a revelation, a realization, seeing something that you didn't see before in a very profound spiritual way. I'm also going to do an extended. In the extended, we're going to go a layer deeper and see what else is here. If you feel guided to go to that, the link is in the description box below. If you don't like that idea or you can't go, trust Spirit knew that and gave you everything you needed here. So tell me more about judgment, the outcome in the next 3 weeks, Spirit. I feel like you are a very good teacher, a very good guide. You have extremely important and unique things to say, things that other people haven't quite thought about yet. And this is why Spirit's coming in and saying, in order to keep going down that path of being the guide that you are, you also need to be challenged from time to time and accept that challenge, right? Iron, work with your fortitude. Accept the challenge. Put your hand in the mouth of the wolf and see face your fear here and see what else there is to see that maybe you're not seeing, that you refuse to see, or that you're scared to see. Open those doors, because that's how you get stronger, when you understand both sides of the coin, or you understand both light and dark, or you understand more than the person that you're trying to help guide or the people that you're trying to help guide. And you have to do that by challenging yourself. You do. Okay, so tell me more here. Judgment. What's up here? Oh, we have a lot. We have the moon, subconscious, imagination, illusion, fear. Yes. Awakening your subconscious mind to find out what you're scared of and what perspectives you've been ignoring or refusing to see and why. Let's see. Compromise with the 5 of matches in reverse. 5 of wands in reverse. Compromise, agreement, cooperation. Right. This is with that other force. So there's a compromise that you're going to make. And the compromise is actually a gift because it's leading to the unification of energies that's going to help you go somewhere. So while it might seem like a compromise now, it's actually leading to great things. Leaving home, it says 4 of matches, 4 of wands in reverse. Uncertainty, inhibition. This is that Pegasus energy too. It's freedom. Now, leaving home could be literal, like you're leaving your actual home, or it could be like the subconscious mind, the 4th house, home. It's like you're leaving the way that you've been routinely thinking for a long time. Okay. Obstacles, 3 of matches in reverse. Wow, we got a lot here, and they're in order too. Interesting. Frustration, creative block. This is the obstacle you have to work with, right? Work with the obstacle. Find out the answer that already lives in the obstacle itself. And then 2 of matches. Whoa, we have 2, 3, 4, 5. This deck has been shuffled many, many times. So this is a kind of almost step-by-step process here. Okay, hesitation, 2 of matches, indecision and holding back. Right, so whatever you're indecisive about and you're holding back from, look at what the obstacle is there. The solution is in the obstacle, okay? Maybe there's a certain clause and some fine print, but you can actually do something with that. I don't know. Or maybe somebody says something to you and it seems absurd that they said it, but the actual way that you can reason your way through this thing, argument, debate, whatever it is in what they actually said. It's something like that. And this will allow you to leave a certain way of thinking that's been keeping you stuck. There's a compromise that happens. This is actually pretty good info I feel you got. Okay, Gemini, that's what I have for you. I hope that helps. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.